welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. All right, so today's video, super excited about today. This is a collaboration video with Sandra from over at the Schwoen's Nest. Y'all, she is so stinking talented. Like I'm telling y'all, if you have not seen her channel yet, you have got to check it out. I'll have a link in the description box for her video that matches this one, and then also for her channel. Y'all have got to go check her out. She is amazing. She does thrift store flips. She does Dollar Tree DIYs. She does furniture flips. I mean, you name it, she's got it on her channel and she knows what she's doing. So you definitely have to go check her out. Today's video, what we're going to be doing is thrift store flips. And y'all, I found some absolutely amazing things to work with. Y'all are going to be so excited when you see this. Maybe not as excited as I get, but whatever. That's besides the point. Anyways, I got some great stuff to work with. They turned out so stinking cute, and I cannot wait for y'all to see this stuff. So let's jump right in. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so thank you so much for being with me today. I am super excited about these DIYs. Y'all are going to love them. So I started out with this dish that I picked up at the Goodwill for $2.99. This sucker is so heavy duty. Like, it is super heavy. It says Housenware on the back of it. Never heard of that before, but definitely quality stuff. I've got a candlestick from the Dollar Tree, and then I've also got this terracotta pot that I got for 97 cents in the craft section at Walmart. I'm going to be using my half beads that I got off of Amazon. There will be a link in the description box for these. Y'all, these suckers are so dang handy. Like, they're half beads, so one half of them is flat, one half of them is the beads. And right now with the Farmhouse stuff, they definitely come in handy. I'm going to be using my Starbond glue. Now, this is the thick, high-performance instant adhesive. I added it. I added my hot glue. I just kind of went all the way around the edge of that. And I did decide to use the terracotta pot instead of the candlestick from the Dollar Tree, just because it just kind of looked better. And I knew that it was going to take the paint a little better, actually. So, with that same glue, that thick Starbond, I'm going to add my beads to this, or my half beads. Y'all, once I put these beads on with this glue, they did not move. Like, this stuff works very well. They were super stuck almost instantly when I put them on there. I'm taking my elephant chalk paint by Waverly, and I'm going to give this one good whole solid coat. I think I actually gave it 2 coats, but I wanted to go in really thick with my paint. Make sure I get all around those beads, you know, the entire thing just completely covered with that elephant chalk paint. We're actually going to go back over it and dry brush, but I wanted that first coat, or, you know, my base coat to be on there very good and super solid. Now, while I'm painting this, I paint the top, I flip it over, I end up painting the bottom. I painted the terracotta pot. Use my heat gun in between coats to dry it. I always have a link in the description box for that heat gun, because that thing is fantastic. It is such a time saver. But so I just used it in between my coats. Now, once I got it solid painted with that elephant, I'm going to go in with my silver lining chalk paint. I have my chip brush. It's about a 2-inch chip brush, I believe. Now, I wiped it off really good because I wanted to start out with a light coat of the dry brushing. I wanted to see just how well it was going to take the paint. And let me tell you, it took it very well. So I ended up going in with a heavier hand all the way around this thing. When y'all see the terracotta pot, look at that. Check it out. Oh my goodness, it just dry brushed so well. And then the beveled edges around the sides of this, y'all, this thing was just so much fun to work with. It turned out absolutely stunning in the end, and I just love it. I mean, it was so simple to do. There's so many different dynamics to this piece. The beads, the terracotta pot, the beveled edges around the sides, just... This thing is absolutely gorgeous, and it was so stinking easy to do. right, y'all, DIY number 2. Okay, so for this one, I've got this mail letter. This is like a letter holder, letterbox, whatever you want to call it. My Nana actually picked this up from the Goodwill. I've got a yardstake that I got from the Dollar General store. And then I've also got these vinyl letters that were sent to me by a very special viewer friend of mine quite some time ago, but I'm still using those letters. Now, I'm going to be using my plaster chalk paint by Waverly, and I'm just going to paint this entire piece. Top to bottom, inside out, you name it. Once again, I'm using that heat gun to dry my coats in between time. It just saves you so much time, that heat gun does. But I just painted this entire piece top to bottom. We're going to distress it, but I wanted to start out with a good fresh coat of paint. Now, I do take my sanding block and I distress, and I go all over this. I took it outside to finish, but I did distress it all over. Now, I've got this yardstake, and as you can see here, I just wiggled it a little bit, and it popped the stake part right off. I've got 2 of these cutters. Not sure just exactly what you call these. Please leave it in the comments if you know. One came from the Dollar General store, the black handle ones, and then these blue ones that I'm using actually came from the Dollar Tree. Now, I started out with the blue ones because I wanted to see how well the Dollar Tree ones worked, because the black handle ones from the Dollar General, I think, were about $6 or $7. Now, where I cut that, right now, I should have just left it alone, okay? But I didn't. I cut, and I cut, and I cut, okay? Like, I just kept cutting at this silly thing, and why I did that, y'all, I do not know. I thought I was going to make it look a certain way, and I did not like it. So I've got my Starbond glue and the Starbond accelerator. So the first thing I do is add this glue to the bottom. Now, this is the high performance white instant adhesive. This said it filled in cracks and it was good for wood. So you spray the accelerator on one part and then the glue on the other, and it sticks like instantly, y'all. That accelerator is some good stuff. Well, like I said, I did not like this thing. I should have left it alone in the beginning, so I peeled off all of the glue. I even took a screwdriver, y'all, to this thing. Like, I was bound and determined we were finishing this project. So luckily, thank goodness, I had an extra one of these yard stakes in my stash. So what I did was cut down that yard stake just to where it would fit right inside that letter holder. So I simply just cut off the sides of it. I took my shears, or whatever you want to call those, and kind of bent it down. I added my glue, I added my accelerator, and there you have it. It looks so much better like this. I took some antique wax and went around the edges of it just to kind of distress it a little bit. I'm then going to take those vinyl letters, and I'm just going to spell out, I'm cutting them out. I cut out the words farm, sweet farm. I thought that would be so stinking cute on this, considering the fact that we've got the Jasper Farms eggs on top. I think that's so stinking cute. And like I said, this is for my Nana, so she's going to absolutely love it no matter what it looks like. You know what I mean? Me and her have the best time going on our thrift runs, y'all. It is such a wonderful time to spend with her. My grandmother actually passed away quite a few years ago, and I miss her, oh my God, terribly. I would give anything to have her back. But luckily, my boyfriend's grandmother, whom I call Nana, she loves to thrift with me. So I've still got that, you know, I mean, she's older. She knows things. She's got wisdom. She's lived a long life, a good life, and I just enjoy spending time with her and hearing her stories and, you know, getting good advice from her. So don't forget that while you're shopping or you're thrifting or you're doing these DIYs, if you've got somebody to do this with or to go do the thrifting with, do that. Make those memories. And that's it. I hope that y'all enjoy this one. so before we go any further, I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit more about Sandra and her channel, The Schwoen's Nest. Y'all, she's got some fantastic DIYs on this channel. So many different videos. She's got high-end everyday farmhouse. She does Dollar Tree. She does thrift store flips. She's got some new Easter farmhouse. She's also got some of her older stuff, which is like Christmas and fall. And she's got some awesome playlists that she's got created on this channel. Lots and lots of different DIYs and inspiration, y'all. She's so talented. Be sure you go check her out. There will be a link in the description box for her channel. All right, y'all, moving right along. DIY number 3. Okay, so for this one, I have got this wood bowl that I got from the Goodwill for $3.99. Y'all, this thing was already perfect for DIY. I actually bought this candle. This is an LED candle for $3.25 at Five Below. That's where I bought it from. They had a ton of them too. I bought like 6 of them. For that price, you can't beat it. I've also got some candle cups and then these florals that came from Walmart, the lamb's ear and also some lavender. And y'all, they look so real. It's just unbelievable to me how good Walmart's florals are right now. All right, now I'm going to take those little candle cups. They're called Bean Pot candle cups. I bought them thinking they were finials, but when I got them, they were obviously this size. So whatever, we're going to work with it. Now, I picked those up on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box for them. But all I did was just hot glue these to the bottom. Now, I'm only using hot glue on this stuff because I wanted to be able to take it apart if I want to. I've got my plaster chalk paint by Waverly and my chip brush. I'm going to wipe my paint off really, really good, and then I'm going to go in dry brush it. Now, I just dry brushed this very lightly. You'll see here in a minute. Now, I did get the corners, the edges of it pretty good, but as far as all around, I just very lightly dry brushed this because I wanted to still be able to see that wood. I just wanted it to look like older wood. You know what I mean? So now I just dry brushed all over this thing. But like I said, it's a super light dry brushing. Now, once I had it dry brushed the way I wanted it, the wood bowl is ready to go. I put my batteries in my candle, added my lamb's ear all the way around it. There were 6 pieces of that lamb's ear, and I literally just, kind of rounded them around the candle. So super easy, y'all. I took the lavender, did the same thing, just snipped it off. I'm going to add it. I think there's 5 pieces of the lavender. I just added it all the way around. That's all I did to this, y'all, and it is stunning. Alrighty, y'all, DIY number 4. Okay, so for this one, I've got this tray. Would y'all look at this tray? Oh my gosh, it is so awesome. I gave $4.99 for it. Now, that was a little much, but look at this. I just love it. All right, now I've got this cutout that was sent to me along with those stickers that we just got through using, the Farm Sweet Farms stickers. Those were sent to me a long time ago, and I still use quite a bit of the stuff that was sent. Now, I've got my plaster chalk paint by Waverly, and I'm just going to completely cover this tray. Solid, good, thick coat. I did the top, the bottom, the whole entire tray. I wanted this to really be a nice finished product when we're done. All right, so once I had it completely painted and it was dry, I took my antique wax by Waverly and a baby wipe and just added it to the tray. I'm just literally smearing it around. What I really wanted to do was get it down inside those cracks So that way when we go back with a clean baby wipe, which we're going to do now, you can just wipe it right off and it's going to stay down in the cracks and not on the top surface. You see what I'm saying? I think you can see what I'm doing better than I can explain it, but it worked out perfectly. Now, I did keep wiping that middle section. I wanted to keep it nice and clean and, you know, nothing there. I didn't want any of the antique wax on the middle section because I knew we were going to be going in with that vinyl cutout. So I just kept wiping. I just smeared and wiped and smeared and wiped. I then took my brush and kind of blended it all back in, just very carefully going right around it, all the way around every edge of it. Now, once we've got that ready, we're going to take that vinyl cutout, and I just peeled it off of the backing. And y'all, look at this. Does that not look like it was literally made for this tray? That's so crazy. This cutout was sent to me, oh my goodness, months ago. And it goes so perfect with this tray. Y'all, that's all I did to this. So stinking simple, and it is, oh my goodness, I love it. Check this out. All right, y'all, DIY number 5, and a super duper simple one. So I got this wire basket from the Goodwill for $1.99. Are y'all believing that? Super cheap, super cheap. And then I also bought these jars. I got those at a little thrift store, local thrift store, for $1 a piece. Now I'm using my plaster chalk paint to paint both of these vases. I'm just giving them 2 very good coats of paint. I want to start off with a clean, you know, solid coat of paint on both of those. I'm then taking my hot glue and my twine, and I'm just going to wrap it all the way around the top portion of this vase. Just gave it a little extra, like something, like made it a little more farmhouse, or, you know, it just kind of gave it a little something. So I decided to wrap both of them. I ended up wrapping both of them with the twine, just right along the very top. Now, when I got to where I was ending with it, I just snipped it off, added a little glue, and then pressed it down, and it stayed right in place. You actually couldn't even tell where it started and stopped. So super simple. Like I said, I did both jars that way. Vases, whatever you want to call them. I did take my sanding block and sand it down, and I added my lavender. Now, before I was done with this, I decided to go back in with my burnt sienna from Arteza, and I'm just going to add this all over. This is my absolute favorite color when I'm trying to do something and make it look rusted. I love this color. I actually had them send me another bottle of this, or squeezy tube of this, as you can see there, because I use it so often. It is the perfect color for rust. That's all I did to these. How stinking cute is that?
And now for the final reveal. I hope that y'all have enjoyed these.
That's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed these DIYs. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family. Also subscribe. That would be awesome. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you will know each time I upload a new video. Y'all don't forget to go check out Sandra over at the Schwoen's Nest. It will be worth your time, I promise. She is awesome. All right, so definitely check her out. There'll be a link in the description box for her video and for her channel. Also, don't forget to go check out my coffee shop. I would love for you guys to check that out. That is where you can actually purchase most of the DIYs that you see on this channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And y'all have a blessed day.